March 30th, and my name is Alicia. Welcome to episode 6 of Knits and Stuff. Today I'll be talking about finished objects, works in progress, pretty things, local delights, and wibbly wobbly timey-wimey. But first, for those of you that are new, welcome, and for those of you that are returning, thanks for coming back. If you feel like following along, you can find show notes at knitsandstuff.wordpress.com. So let's get started. This week I only have one, or this 3 weeks, I only have one finished object, and I don't have it with me to show because it was a gift for Miriam and she took it back with her to New York. So, but I finished the 3-leaf mitts by Brenda K.B. Anderson, and those were in Malabrigo worsted in the colorway Va, and I will put a picture somewhere here so that you can see it. And yeah, that was the only thing I finished, but I did get a couple things started. So my first works in progress, I think I showed this last time, but it's the Twigs Willows cardigan by Lana Dakos from Botanical Knits. And I'm knitting this out of Madeline Tosh DK and Night Bloom, and on US 7's 4.5 millimeters. And so I finished the back, and then I also finished the front left piece, which is hard to show because it's stockinette stitch and it's all curling up on itself. But yeah, so that's the 2 pieces that I have done. And then I started the front right half, which I forgot to bring over, so let me go grab it. I started this is how far I got in the front right side, just some of the ribbing. And this is in a project bag that I bought from Etsy, from the Silver Shed. And here goes my manual focusing. Oh goodness, I'm going too close. And so it's a Silver Shed. Now I'm really blurry. Okay. And it had, so I saw on the Mustache Sheep podcast, the Mustache podcast, that Steph had got a project bag that had these foxes on it, and they were really cute. And I was like, oh, I want to get that fabric, and I thought about actually just getting the fabric and making something, but then I saw on Etsy that I think this was from the same seller that she got it from. She restocked with the gray color of the fox fabric. I think it's like houndstooth fox is the name of the fabric, and then it's lined with the orange chevron, which is also really cute. And it has a nice zipper too, because I'm knitting with just the ball in the bag, and the yarn isn't getting caught on the zipper at all, which is really nice. And then it comes with this little thing which has the lobster claw hook, which makes it easy to take off if you ever needed to, I don't know, put it on your keys or something, anything else you want to use it for. So it's a cute bag. And yeah, that's about as far as I've gotten on the Twigs and Willows cardigan. But I'm also working on another pair of socks that I started, and they are the toe-up socks with a difference by Wendy D. Johnson. And this is how far I've gotten so far. They are out of Western Sky Knits Aspen Sock with Nylon in the colorway Alley, and I'm knitting them on zeros. These are bamboo Hayas, so US zeros 2 millimeters, and I bought this yarn last weekend, yeah, from Princess Animal in San Francisco. And so, yeah, I'm almost at the point where I start the heel. So this is the first time I've knitted toe-up socks, and first time I've knitted socks that have actually somewhat fit me. So that's good. So I'm excited. I really like this color. It's really pretty. And this is what the skein looks like, or the cake. And I have it right now in my Needle Runs Through It owl bag since I finished the 3-leaf mitts that used to be in here. So yeah, that is all of my works in progress. I haven't been doing much spinning, so I think it's because I put my wheel in the corner and I haven't grabbed it. So yeah, I haven't been doing too much spinning, but hopefully next time I'll have something to show, which means time for pretty things. So that was the first thing I got from Princess Animal in San Francisco, and I also bought another skein of sock yarn, and it is Out of Step Dye Works, and this is the Silver Sparkle Sock Base in the colorway Glimpses of Serenian, and that's what it looks like. It's a little bright in here so it's hard to see, but that's pretty black, and then it's got some orange and pink, or not orange, purple and pink. Yeah, so I got Princess Animal shares a shop with Serendipity, I think is the name of the stationery store, and sorry, I'm a little blurry. So we went to Valencia, Miriam and I, since she was visiting from New York, and so we went around the Mission, pretty much just on Valencia, and got to see all the hipster stores. And so one of the stores we went into was Serendipity / Princess Animal, and I bought 2 skeins of yarn. So the other one, which I already caked up, and I started knitting socks with. So I'll show a picture at the end of the show what it looks like in the skein, because it's actually really pretty. Which is what made me buy it to begin with, because the colors are really pretty. So, and then also when Miriam was here, we went to Verb for Keeping Warm, and I didn't buy any yarn, so, but I did buy some fabric, which I had wanted to do because I was thinking of making either a dress or a skirt with some of the fabrics that I had seen online, and so I ended up actually not getting the one that I had originally planned on, but I did get a Cloud 9 fabric, and this is called Scallop Edge. I think it's in the ivory color, and and it's designed by Rashida Coleman Hale. So I got 3 yards of this, which is quite a bit, but I think I need about 2.5 to make this skirt that I was planning on making, and I was looking a long time for patterns to figure out what I wanted to make and if I actually got enough for a dress, but I think I'm a little bit short for a dress that I would want to try and sew. So yeah, I kept looking for skirt patterns, but I finally settled on the zinnia skirt from Colette Patterns. So I'm going to try and make that. And then I actually bought, this isn't that exciting, I bought muslin from Joann's today, so I could try and make the practice piece and see how that goes. And I don't have a dress form, so I'm going to have to just try it on, I guess. And I guess it's easier with a skirt because it's just really like your waist measurements. But yeah, so I'm gonna try sewing a skirt, and we will see how that goes. So before Local Delights, just to mention, I'm wearing my Soroyan shawl that I knit out of Bumble Birch yarn, and I finished this not too long ago. So that's what I'm wearing. So Local Delights. So when Miriam was here, we went to a Verb for Keeping Warm, like I just mentioned, and We also went to the cafe next door, which is called Actual Cafe, and then we went to the cupcake store a couple storefronts down, which is called James and the Giant Cupcake. And if you listen to the Knitmore Girls, they have talked about these places many times on their podcasts. And I actually don't frequent A Verb for Keeping Warm too often. I think I've only been there once before, and I bought a bobbin, the jumbo bobbin flyer for my spinning wheel. So that was the first time I went there. And then the second time was with Miriam. And they have a lot of American-made, US-made yarn selections, which have been popping up, like Shelter and what's the other one? Loft. And they also have Quince & Company, which I've been wanting to try for a long time now. So I think after I finish my Twigs and Willows cardigan, I'm gonna get a sweater's worth from A Verb for Keeping Warm and in one of the Quince & Company, or maybe one of the other ones, and then knit a sweater out of that. So yeah, I didn't realize that they had all of those yarns there because I haven't actually seen them anywhere else. Although I wasn't looking that hard when I went to Stitches West the other month, but yeah, so I've been wanting to touch them and see what they felt like. So that's exciting that I have a place to go now to get those. And then since we were down there, we decided to grab a bite to eat at Actual Cafe, and it was really good. I think it was around 3 o'clock, and we were planning to eat dinner at 6, so we couldn't really eat too much, but Miriam had the polenta with avocado and a poached egg, and that looked really good. And then I had just the fruit parfait, yogurt parfait, and because I wanted something light, but then it was this big glass and it was actually pretty filling because it had oatmeal and fruit and yogurt, and it was really good. And then and they have a fruit soda, a seasonal fruit soda, so Miriam got that, and it was like it was a spiced apple flavor. And then what did I have to drink? Oh, a Thai-ish iced tea, which was similar to a Thai iced tea, but not quite the same thing, so that was also really good. Everything was really good. And then, and I thought it was interesting because we went on a Saturday, and they had a sign up that says no laptops allowed on the weekends, and you're still welcome to come in, but just don't pull out your laptop, which is kind of nice. I guess it's encouraging to not, people to not work constantly on the weekend. So after the cafe, we went to James and the Giant Cupcake, and I got the maple bacon cupcake, maple bacon and French toast. And then, which I actually didn't get to try, but one of my other friends got to try it, or got to eat it, and so I think it was good. It looked good. And then a red velvet cupcake, which was really good also. So I might have to go back there every time I go to the yarn store. Yeah, and that's it for local delights. And those are all located in Oakland, on San Pablo and Alcatraz. So if you're in the area, I would highly recommend going there. So now it's time for Wibbly Wobbly Timey Wimey. Season still hasn't started yet, and I think last time I said it was going to start in April, but I kept getting confused with Game of Thrones, which does start on April 6th, so that's coming up. And then I think they haven't actually announced when the season has started yet, so I was just hoping, I guess, that it would start soon. But I think they were saying fall, sometime in the fall, so we're gonna have to wait a while. So I don't have too much Doctor Who material to talk about, but they did announce recently that they were coming out with a new Doctor Who themed board game, and so I thought I'd show you what I have, which I don't know why I have 2 of them, but well, actually I do know why. So we bought the Doctor Who Monopoly board game not too long ago, and then they came out with the 50th anniversary edition, so I bought that one too. And in this one, I don't know why, but they didn't make the metal pieces, the game pieces, they didn't make them Doctor Who themed, and I thought they would, because it makes sense. But they're just the, you know, the thimble and the hat and the dog, etc. But they do have, since this is open, I can show it. They do have this is graceful. Different locations are all Doctor Who themed. So they have like the sonic screwdriver, they have the library, they have Gallifrey as a property, and everything else is kind of, well, besides those, like the free parking and the jail is just normal. And then they have Doctor Who themed cards too, like the community chest and the chance cards are all Doctor Who related events. So, yeah, and they have a bonus little, they did give a little TARDIS, and I don't really know why though. I think it's supposed to rotate between whose turn it is, but I mean you don't really need it. You don't really use it. It's just a bit fun. So that's this one, and I haven't actually opened the other one yet because I have this one. So we don't really play Monopoly that often because it takes so long, and it's can get kind of violent, not violent, but it ruins friendships. Although apparently not as much as Risk, which is what the new Doctor Who themed game is. Which I might have to get to, because I've never played Risk before, so yeah, but I think it would be a good introduction. There's also a Halo themed Risk, which is already out, released, but I didn't get that one. But I'm thinking about getting the Doctor Who one. And oh, if you don't know, Halo is a first-person shooter video game that is kind of future alien themed ish. Yeah, and so they have a themed Risk game. I think Doctor Who would be more fun because it's supposed to be the Daleks are invading the world, so yeah, gonna have to get that. Yeah, and that is that for Wibbly Wobbly Timey Wimey. Hopefully Doctor Who will come back soon, and then I can start talking about the episodes, which is going to be interesting because if there's an episode every week, but I podcast every other week, yes, we'll see. Maybe I'll review 2 episodes in 1 week. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. That was short, but I hope you all have had a good weekend and have a good Monday tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have this up by tonight. And yeah, happy knitting!